Here we are.
Hello,
Oh.
hello. I was trying to get that nose itch out of the way a second too late, apparently.
What's up, Micah?
Clipping that.
What's up, Bugsy?
Ooh.
Got the new chat
Well,
working.
what's working?
The new chat. I can
I
see
see
everybody
that.
and talk to everybody. It's beautiful.
We're all
I
brand new
can't
and
wait.
things.
But anyways, okay, let me get this show on the road because I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for some Thursday night football. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's been too long without football. We're here. We made it. Let's go. Happy Thursday. If you're new here, welcome to the show. You are on board for one of the best shows you will ever see. We are the Star We Are. I am Slam and Sammy.
I am Landry's legend.
And I am excited to say we are no longer on Code Red. Y'all wear a Carolina blue. If we beat Carolina, I might go Dallas blue. Keep an eye out. Keep an
What's
eye
up,
out.
Cuts?
What's cracking, homies? Mr. Cuts, Micah, Bugsy in the house. Let Jimmy clear his throat because we got to clear the air and let you know what we got on the show. The game plan today, folks, is the kickoff. We're going to start things with a good fresh boot like butter and bang it like Aubrey and get it kicked off. And then, of course, Samantha is going to say some ish, a whole bunch of it, all of it with Sammy Says It All. We got to get on the road. Unfortunately, back-to-back. I hate back-to-back road games. I like home games. Why? Because there's a slight chance I get to show up there. When it's a road game, no shot ever, right? But we got to get on the road. Last week, never say never. That's right.
I'd love to go to Kansas City for a road game down the road from City.
Ooh, that would be fun. That'd be fun. One of these days. Halftime. We're going to get some refreshments. We're going to blow the whistle. Remind you to fan responsibly. Smash the like, subscribe, notifications, all the right things. And then we got to talk about some stars, y'all. Star stats of the week. Who shined? Who picked who? Who stood out? Find out. We're going to spin the record. 2-2-1 currently. Break a 1-9. Find out where we're going to end this season. I'm going to give you some very, very, very cool updates. BB around for that because it's going to be some unBB-leavable news. Oh, did you catch what I did there? In your window.
I just caught on.
And then we're going to have the 2-minute spill by our very lovely one and only Slam and Sammy. And with that being said, let's kick this show off, guys. You ready to run this thing?
I got my notes ready.
Oh, I want to see the last 20 yards of that.
Yeah. With it, just know that he did score. That was a touchdown play. We're going to kick this thing off with a touchdown because you can score. You can score just by using 4 digits. Promo code TSWA at Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company. Get you some nice merch. I believe we have Samsung on the way. Wink, wink. I just DM'd them. We got Samsung merch on the way. That's going to be cool. She can wear it on the show. And also, you can get as hyped up as me by enjoying some W Energy. DUBBY, because it's fantastic. It tastes good. It tastes great. You can eat them like candy. You can do what you want with them. They're cheap. You can get them even cheaper by using promo code TSWA. All the good stuff. You can tell I'm on a ton of them right now. Y'all ready to run this show? Y'all ready for this?
Let's go.
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are. Live.
Penny, you were saying, as we went to the intro, you were saying?
I was just saying, I hope I'm as ready as you are. I don't know why I am off with my talking today. I just seem to be doing everything at the wrong time. So let's see how this turns out.
It's not Sammy, y'all. It's just a camera delay. It's a camera delay.
There we go. I like that idea.
Yeah, we got a good one. Last week was fun. Good game. The week before that was even better. Good tailgate. The best tailgate. Like, we could talk about that every week of the show. I'd have fun just rewinding that and getting ready for the next one. But we got to get some quick stuff, spoken about. We got to get talked about. This is where I pick up my news every single week. You should do the same. If you're new to the Star We Are, welcome to Sammy Says It All, my favorite segment. Let's go.
Sammy Says It All.
Woo! Here I am. Hello, I look like me today. Just kidding, had to make a joke here. I'm trying to get my notes ready, but it looks like they're ready. Okay. couple things here. I'm going to try to make my news when there is a lot of Cowboys news. I'm going to try to keep it all Cowboy related, even if that makes me a little more shorter, because God knows I love to talk later on. So let's get this party started. There was, I believe, 18 people. I might have counted wrong. Please do not count me out on that. On our injury report. Holy freaking cow. That's not good. We had 8 do not practices, but one of them was Joe Milton. Oh no, what happened to Joe Milton? Well, Joe Milton had a baby. And so he had to miss Thursday's practice to welcome in a baby. I did not see whether it was a boy or a girl. I'm sorry. The news just kind of showed up a couple hours ago, so that's all I could find out so far. Dante Fowler was also on the did not practice for being sick, so I don't think that'll be a problem come game time.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mingo was on the do not practice with, but he did have a full practice yesterday, so hopefully we're kind of on the road to coming back there. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 limited. But I believe they all had limited the day before, 2 no full practices before that. And then we had 4 people that were full practices, but still on the list. And one of those names includes Kalen Carson. So maybe we'll get to see his return coming very soon. Let's see. I was looking up the injury report for the Cowboys, but I also seen the Panthers too. They have 4 on do not practice. A cornerback, the one and only Chuba Hubbard. And then defensive tackle Turk Wharton, Taylor Moton a tackle, and a cornerback. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not going to butcher it. Sorry, dude. Speaking of injury reports, so they asked Matt Eberflus what changes were coming because so many people were on the injury report. He said that pretty much with goodness gracious, Jack Sanborn in concussion protocol means that Kenneth Murray will move inside as he has usually on passing downs, but now he's going to move inside on rundowns. What that means is Samar James will also now be a part of rotations, and they said they are excited to see him. If they're excited, I'm even more excited. Can't wait to see more Samar James out there. Let's see. Okay, so Jimmy, this goes back to you. I really wish I could get that paper out. I put it with all my Cowboy notes because I ran out of room in my drawer and I put it up, but I'm going to get it out.
Please tell me I was right. Tell me I did a good thing. We all know
what it is.
Tell me I did a good thing, Sam.
No. So there was Javonte freaking Williams. Might not be the total run game, but top third running back in the league as of right now. With
louder.
What? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's just being facetious. Yeah.
The number 3 running back currently in the league. Sorry, I had mic issues earlier. I had to make sure we are still good here. Anyways, Javonte Williams, the man, the myth, the legend, the pusher as I like to call him. He is at 447 yards currently at 79 attempts. He has 5 touchdowns. He has 3 runs for 20 plus yards. One run for 40 plus yards. There was more stats, but I could spend all day writing those down, so I kind of tried to get the important ones here. Right above him is James Cook. You guys know the Bills are good. James Cook is good. He right now has 90 attempts for 450 yards, so 11 more attempts. There we go. Let's go. So 11 more attempts and only 3 more yards. But he does have 5 touchdowns also, 2 20-plus yard runs and 1 40-plus yard run also. That's crazy how Javonte and James Cook are pretty similar right there, but Javonte's pushing a little bit harder than James Cook this year so far, knock on wood. Right below him, right below Javonte, was Travis Etienne. He has 77 attempts. Holy crap, I didn't write down how many yards he had. Excuse me.
It's not as many as Javonte. That's fine. It don't matter.
No, yeah, it was a low amount. I think it was quite a difference. But anyways, 77 attempts, 2 touchdowns, 3 20-plus yards, and 2 40-plus. So we got us a running back, guys. Yep. Speaking of running backs, we play the Panthers with this week. Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle had a breakout game, reaching 200 yards his last game. People are saying that when he plays us, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder for us not re-signing him in free agency. So let's see what our defense has to bring for him. So our defense decided to show up a little bit to the New York Jets game, and so did a feisty side of Jerry freaking Jones, man. So I'm gonna read you this article title before I get into it. It says NFL fining Jerry Jones $250,000 after he flipped middle finger from luxury box during the Jets game.
He waves at one person and flips the other one off.
Huh?
He waves at one person and then flips the other one off.
Yeah, and then he made sure to point at him too. Oh my god, that cracked me up. Jerry, as much of a fan as we are, he needs to fan a little bit more responsibly, though. Jerry Jones, fan responsibly. I can't find the post anymore. It may have gotten deleted, so this might be wrong after all. But from what I read, and I've read it multiple times, is that Jerry Jones had a plan to appeal it. I don't know if he decided to change his mind and admit he flipped somebody off, but when you're 80 years old and senile, I don't think you can expect anything less from him. Speaking of interviews and kind of attention, Bijan Robinson, no, he's not a Cowboy, but he was very close with one of our very beloved Cowboys. He had an interview with Kevin Clark that DeMarvion Overshown, yes, that's the name, don't forget it, is the biggest badass player, quote unquote, that he's ever played with. They said that their physical practices were legend, saying that he made him a better player. We all know Bijan's really freaking good, and Demo has also given Bijan credit for making him so freaking fast. Bijan had a couple things today saying that he never stops. He's extremely athletic, a bigger linebacker that can cover, run side to side, and, just be where you're at every time. And that's what he said. And, man, Bijan's fast. So when I read that today, I could not help but get excited for his return. Hopefully, I believe we're still on the track for Thanksgiving. I know that's not this week, but it's coming soon. The closer we get, the more I'm going to talk about him. So here's the introduction to that. I got one thing to say to finish my thing. Well, two things technically. I have to show off my cool little Goodwill find. Woohoo!
Got the Christmas sweaters going early. I love it.
Yeah, it has the perfect shade of blue too. It's like it was meant for me. But one thing to finish this, when Sammy says it all, that's James Houston. See you later.
That's
right.
I love it. That's for the that's James Houston thing. Great job with the news, Sam. James Houston, that's funny. That's catching on. Like he'll lose his money over that, Kyle says.
Yeah, I seen actually today during a press conference, James Houston walked in the room when Dak was in the middle. He stopped. He looked over to the side of him. He goes, "That's James Houston," and started cracking up. And I was like, "Yes,
great. That's great."
That sounds from the sidelines was litty.
I like to see a team having fun at 2-2-1. Some people can hate on it, but you know what that means, that there's no fret, there's no worry in the building, there's no downness. So let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. That what stood out to me there when you were talking about the news, Sam, is the play last year against the Falcons when Demo comes in and wraps Bijan up by the hips and slams him for like a 7-yard loss. One of the highlights of that game, one of the highlights for Demo that year. Definitely excited for that young man's return. I tell you, there's probably nobody more excited than Matt Eberflus for that young man's return. And I'm sure his teammates are as well. Great segment. We've got to get on the road again. Like I said, 2 weeks in a row, we are on the road to Carolina. So let's talk a little bit about it.
Road to 6.
We're back in our lane a little bit on the road to 6, right? We're not swerving so bad towards a ditch or towards towards a double line. Can't do that.
We're back set it lined up on the road. Also, the bad year blimp decided, since we finally got since we're 500, you can't be having a bad year if you're not under 500. So we got an okay year blimp following us around now.
Blimp, yeah.
And it says, "Are we better?" ? So they're not just writing us off yet. So we're going to keep an eye on the blimp as it follows around this season. 3 days left till we finally arrive at Bank of America Stadium. That looks like back there. Bank of America got some money tied into North Carolina. Another away game. Jets in the rearview mirror got us another little Sauce Gardner bobblehead. He looks confused, and he looked confused in that game when George Pickens dusted him up for a beautiful touchdown. Oh God! Listen, okay, I'm excited. I'm ready, so I can go first. My thoughts on that game specifically. I need to see 2 for my defense, right? Because I can't let them off the hook with 1. They showed me 4 bad performances in a row. They got to give me 2 good performances in a row. I can't just let them off the hook with one,
But you got
especially
to
against a
shave.
Jets team that was 0-4. Fortunately, though, they did hold a team to less than 27 points, but I was worried there toward the end when they scored that last garbage time touchdown. I was like, I swear if my team gives up 28 and I just need 27 or less to shave my face. Luckily, they scored 22. I got to shave my face. No shave, no defense is no longer. But like I said, we had some stars, which I don't want to get too much into the details because that segment's coming up. But as a whole, defense played well. I didn't like
50.9 pressure rate during the Jets game.
That I was just fixing to say. The pressure I did like.
All right.
We got after the quarterback. He went down. I think we got as many sacks in that game as we did coming into that game. Honestly, it was real close. We got about 40 to 50% of our sacks this season in week 5 so far. What I didn't like was some big first down gash runs. I don't know if you remember them, but Breece Hall on some first downs, it would be like first down, 13-yard gain, first down, 17-yard gain, first down, 9-yard gain. If Rico Dowdle just come off 200 and they're willing to give it to him 33 times and we're getting gashed for 8 and 9 on first down, it will not be a pretty day. So just kind of real quickly, me tying up my looking at that game and then focusing next week. He's talking crap about running the ball. They just ran the ball really, really well. And the Jets just put some things on film that I know are going to help on first and second down because they were gashing us for some runs. So those are kind of my concerns coming into this week. But again, I'm going to still rely, and I'll just go ahead and wrap my entire opinion on this up. Dak Prescott is better than your quarterback right now. So you're not going to beat my team. I think if my defense can be anything, if my defense can show up, your quarterback can't beat my quarterback in this game. So I'm going to go Dallas. I'll say score prediction for the very end if you guys want to go ahead and give your thoughts.
Okay. I'll let Landry go first so I can write everything down.
So Matt Eberflus coached the Chicago Bears just last year. We played the Chicago Bears. That didn't seem to help us. They cooked us on defense, offensively, just like the Giants had before them and the signs we had seen before that. He also coached Justin Fields while he was there, and I've seen people attributing the success we had partially to that. Oh, he knew exactly what to do against Justin Fields. Well, if exactly what to do is not run zone 90% of the time, just blitz a little bit. Like we said, there were at least half a dozen. We don't have the all 22 film. I wish I could show every one of them, but I'm assuming from what my eye test said, there were half a dozen blitzes. Basically, a lot of excitement about what the defense did. You mentioned the Deron Bland asking him about running more man. It sure seemed like they were lined up in some more man, and it helped out. Sure. Along with the speed at linebacker from Shamar James kind of being forced in there, and I'm hoping he stays in there. Basically, a lot of excitement about the defense because there's not much left to say about the offense. They are the best offense, most well-rounded, multiple. They run motion. Every single thing Brian Schottenheimer said was going to happen is happening on his, for his account. So get the defense out off the schneid and off 32nd in the league. We should be. It says we're headed to North Carolina. I just noticed on the side there, North Carolina specifically. Anyways, get them off the schneid, and our offense just put up 416, which was above their league leading offensive yard per game total. The defense helped themselves out on points. They still gave up a ton of yards, actually. But then again, garbage time when you had a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter, something like that. You don't dig too deep into those things. A lot of excitement. It just be better than 32nd on defense. And again, how many teams are going to beat you when you continue to just roll out 30-something a game?
How hard is that to ask? Just don't be the worst team in the league on defense. Just don't do that and let Dak Prescott win some games.
Because of that performance, they're no longer the worst on points per game. They still give up the most yards, but they're 29th in points per games.
Right. And put it together back to back. It'll be nice. Before you go, Sam, because I seen you on your notes. I know you're ready. But I like how Coach got hung up there on the North Carolina right in the middle of the spiel. So fun fact I found out about while I was messing with this graphic in the Bank of America Stadium and all that the Panthers are the only team that officially is the team of 2 states, North and South Carolina. But their stadium is in North Carolina, so that's where we're on the road to. So that's why I chose to put that. They are the team of North and South Carolina.
They're the team of no state because the state of Carolina doesn't exist.
That's what I'm saying. But they're the official team of North
Yeah.
Carolina
Is
and
that what
South
it is?
Carolina.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what about Kansas City Chiefs? Because Kansas City's in Kansas and Missouri.
Maybe they're the official team of both states. You have to look into that one. Like I said, when messing with this graphic here, I found that out about Carolina. So
I'm gonna dig into that. Either way, if not, that's cooler than cool because Carolina needs all the props they can get right now. Sorry, Bryce Young, I love you.
Sorry, Bryce Young.
I don't
That's
care
a good
about
way
him.
to start, Sam.
That's
yeah,
right.
I had to start out with sorry because he was the rookie I fell for, just in the fact of I always have. Sorry, I dropped my pen and I need it. I always kind of have an underdog that I like to root for, and he was him. And last season he made me happy, but this season is not going so good, and I hope it doesn't go so good for one more game. No offense to him, but we need this more than he does.
No doubt.
I can say that I was trying to look at this video, and the Panthers defense is ranked at 14. And I feel like as much as that should intimidate me compared to how bad ours is, it doesn't. I feel like our offense is building, they're good. They're building to be better. So if we can, as long as our better offense can beat their 14th ranked defense, I think that this game for our defense, holy crap, I might get tongue tied here, is kind of an even more of an improvement game for us than the Jets was. Because, the Jets aren't doing very good. It was a good game for us to prove on and try more things. And I think this game will be the same thing. I hope.
It's got to be, yeah.
I don't know a lot of defense, as you guys know, guilty as charged. But as you guys because Landry was just saying they did more man, they did more zone. They were what'd you say?
More with the blitzes.
Yeah, more blitzes and more man coverage.
Just kind of the motion. I don't know if maybe that was just Shoddy's side, but motion. Yeah. And I feel like as long as we can keep trying new things and figuring out how Matt Eberflus can work his style, I think we got this one in the bag. And Carolina has beautiful weather. Playing a game in beautiful weather is a good thing.
Cuts is saying he'll be in Carolina.
Yeah.
Lucky man. I'm pretty sure we have a couple other people there. I think Steven's going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. He said he's gonna send us some personal videos. Like, yeah, coach, we'll post them, tag you in them, all that. Send us some good shots. Like, yeah. Now I love cuts by Jones. If you don't have a cut, and real quick, Landry, if you want to throw me on the big screen, you don't want to show them off real quick. If you don't have yourself a cut, this man cuts by Jones. We have to drop that graphic. You got a plain overlay.
I
real
see.
Quick.
That's you can't move it for me. I got you. Right there.
There we go. Yeah,
there we go. I was gonna say I can bring mine up close.
The star we are, Jimmy J. Yeah, Sammy's got one behind her. Landry's got one. There's some of the coolest wood pieces. Follow the guy. Cuts by Jones is out here making the
real talent, real freaking talent, man.
Yes. Yeah, there it is. Boom, Landry. Yeah. Beautiful.
By the way, I just want to say I really like the more like Rico doubt it. That has been cracking me up this whole time, but I have kept it under control.
Yeah, talking about that O-line knows what's coming. They better look out. They know who I am. They better be ready. I'm run for another 200 or whatever he said. He said I'm a slap Brock Hoffman's mama and TJ Bass.
Yeah, he may not even be the starter again. That was a replacement of Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, but Chuba Hubbard's still hurt.
Chuba double bubba hubba bubba.
They run the ball a lot of times, and Chuba's hurt, so he's going to get the carries. That's the thing. He's going to get the carries. We just can't get fast. We can't get gashed on first down again. Brad says, all I ask is that the defense to show signs of improvement and be competent.
And then before we move on this, and running a little more man and blitzing made them look a little more competent. But
I have a question for you guys. When you're done, Landry, just don't let me forget.
Players we potentially could and should get back. I think Tyler Smith's a virtual guarantee to get back. I think Tyler Guyton is a virtual guarantee to get back. Not Tyler Booker, Cooper Beebe, but still, again, if you did what you did with the 4 offensive linemen and you get a couple of them back, I just can't see Carolina, even on the road, posing any more of a threat than the New York Jets. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, okay. So I almost forgot my question. Okay, so you guys know defense. I don't that much. I swear I'm learning something, but it's rocket science. Did the one-word plays help? Like, do you think it made a significant difference, or do you think they're
when was that
not
instituted? That was before this week. When was that supposed?
It was right before this week.
I thought this week was the first one. Are you sure?
It was. Yeah. No. This was definitely the first week. Was it? It wasn't going into Green Bay, right?
No, I don't think so, because I don't think. Now you make me like, but
Landry might be right on this one.
Better.
I feel like it was going into Green Bay.
I feel like
I don't know.
if I had to give a quick answer, I would say it probably did help communication a little bit because we haven't seen the big errors,
The
12 men
busted
on the field,
plays.
people getting deep busted plays, right? So it did help some. What's probably helped more, though, honestly, is just taking a fifth man after the quarterback, blitzing, and letting your corners that you paid $180 million between Trevon Diggs and Deron Bland to be man corners, let them play man. And so I think those things probably helped more than the one
Yeah.
word.
Okay,
defense,
I
but
just wanted to see as
yeah.
real
But
real
it
defense.
probably did because, like I said, I mean, I know we still got torched against Green Bay, but both offenses were just on fire in that game. Neither defense even showed up, and so they had a Michael Parsons led defense. So I can't, say much about it. We did show up against the Jets.
How long
So
is it going to take before that doesn't
nonetheless,
affect me to hear? Blow the whistle. I need a break.
blow through. I know. Well, that's on the road. That's the road to 6, y'all. Brett says y'all better buckle up for the road to 6 and buckle up for this halftime because we've got to get some refreshments. I gotta get some snacks. What y'all got to do is make sure where my marching band go. There they are. Where they getting? Last week they were good. This week they're off. Just give them. They're kids, guys. Give them a break. As my marching band goes, I want to remind you to fan responsibly. How do I do that, Jimmy? Easy, dummy. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications, and follow us on all your socials. Right? And check us out everywhere we are. Just get it on Google, The Star We Are, Twitter, Instagram, all the different things. We do for charity. We do for fans. It's 4 fans, 5 fans. We give back. Doing those things is the most valuable thing you can do for us. Probably the freest thing you can do today. It's cheap. It's easy. Press the phone. The button's on it, right? And then after you do that, we're going to get back to the show, and we got some stuff to talk about. I'm excited about it. This is the second half of the show. Okay. But most importantly, remember to fan responsibly right down there. This half of the show is
Too quick on the media. Go ahead.
oh, look at that.
We got an early reveal. Go ahead. Run us in.
Okay. Oh, what is it with?
Star stat of
Run
the
it.
week.
Yes, that's what we're on.
Star.
Don't.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I got it covered.
We got it.
Game plan.
I got it covered.
Game plan.
It's the game plan.
The game plan is you guys. So this is what I was going to try to tell y'all. The second half of the show.
It's gonna be a mess.
Look out now.
Star stat of the week.
Star stat of the week. That sounded proper.
I
That
like
looks
that.
proper. Now we're on board. So y'all good. Y'all know what it is. If you've been with us before, this is it. Keep pounding, T Green says, and we're gonna keep pounding the table for our stars every single week. Bam. Y'all guess in the chat whose star this is. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. S for Sammy, J for Jimmy, L for Landry. Guess in the chat who picked this star for the week. S for Sammy, J for Jimmy, L for Landry. 5, 4, 3, 2. Y'all type slow.
Me. I hope I didn't smile and give it away because I almost did. Now, you guys know I'm no pro, but I feel like this was a very well-deserved star stat of the week. He came, I believe we elevated him from the practice squad. So he came from nothing to everything. I feel like, considered to where he was at and where we were at, he gave it his all. He did amazing. 6 receptions, 114 yards, 2 carries for 10 yards, as it says breakout game. This is, I feel like, now I know Ryan Flournoy was not bad this last season, but this is the Ryan Flournoy I was hoping for. Like, I hope he can stay in clutch like this. Be a great addition to our team. He is a great, I don't know. He is my star stud of the week for a reason. You guys know I'm usually obsessed with George Pickens and Kevontae Turpin, but I had to switch it up because he absolutely deserved it.
No, he was the George Pickens to CeeDee Lamb this week. He was that to George Pickens.
Now
right?
George Pickens was George Pickens this week, but
Mhm.
Ryan Flournoy did everything and more that was asked of it. Honestly.
And listen, guys,
I wish we had the highlights for him because the 2 big catches are pretty special. Over 100 yards in the first half. By the way, I mentioned this to Coach this morning. He was blown away. Anybody who hasn't seen it might be also. The Dallas Cowboys first time ever in the history of the franchise, over 100 yards rushing, over 100 yards receiving with one person in the first half, right?
In the
Flournoy
first
and
half.
Javonte Williams over 100 yards in the first half. And what is going on in the chat? First of all, T Green is talking about the Panthers are winning this Sunday. Sam, do you have any? Do you know about that?
No, because they're wrong.
But do you have
If the
any?
Panthers win, they have to buy me a George Pickens jersey, and that's the rules.
Wow. And listen, okay, if the Panthers win, wait, what was the deal, Sam? If the Panthers
That's what
win,
I said. If the Panthers win, he has to buy me a George Pickens jersey, and if the Panthers lose, we just get to tell him how right we were because we're
I think
right.
he still has to buy you a George Pickens jersey, regardless.
I like that idea.
Just for getting on this show and saying that nonsense. No, I'm just kidding. Should have went with my first guess. So listen, guys, I'm not in the business of correcting people, but I did it for so long. I would be a bad teammate if I didn't let y'all know. You gotta drop the R. Floodnoy. I know
What?
it's hard to do. Yeah.
At least I mean, at least
I
that's how
know.
That's how Brad Sham says it, right?
Well, no,
Floodnoy?
it's the proper pronunciation. Floodnoy.
That annoys me because
the R is there. I know. I did it for the longest, but it is. It's Ryan Flournoy. If you say Flournoy, we won't kill you because it's hard not to do. Flournoy stepping up was crucial. T Green is laughing his tail off. Brett's laughing. Okay, so we got another star coming up, and we're gonna let y'all guess again. Sammy's off the board, and I gotta apologize. I said y'all typed slow, but the chat came through delayed. Y'all were on it. Okay, we got a defensive player here, Shamar James. You can read some of the stats there, but first, real quick, we'll give you 7 seconds. J for Jimmy, L for Landry. Who stars this? J for Jimmy, L for Landry. 6, 5, 4, 3.
They didn't get on the last one. They were trying to spell a word on the last one, from what I could see. I saw ALJS come through in the chat, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Time's up. Boom. That's me. I'm a defensive guy. Even though Jimmy's got that offensive mind, I'm a defensive guy. I love me some. Here's if you watched AM Mayhem this Tuesday, and if you did, thank you. Hang out with Jimmy in the mornings. Tuesday and Wednesday mornings we're going crazy. But I made Shamar James is one of my jewels this week, and I also jabbed Jack Sanborn in Jimmy's jabs. Yeah. And so the perfect Jack Sanborn replacement stepped up. Speed. Yes, he's way faster. He looked better in coverage. Not only did he get a bunch of tackles, those 15 total tackles led the team this last week. Led the team. Rookie 5th-round pick, stepped up in his first big game where he got some snaps and led the team in tackles with 8 solo tackles. Let me just tell you what 8 solo tackles is on pace for. Oh, I don't know, about 137 tackles a season. That's a ton. So 8 solo tackles in a game is a lot, guys.
I think the 15 was probably the most anybody's had leading the team in any single game this week or this season.
That may very well be true. Yeah, I don't know. We did a lot of tackling against New York. They ran a lot of plays. There was a lot of tackles in that game on both sides of the ball, but it's the A is next to the S on the keyboard.
Yeah,
excuses.
And Brett's here for more Shamar James snaps. Talk about it. More snaps.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like Sammy said in the news, and I was hyped to talk about it. Hopefully we see that guy some more, and I think we're going to. Jack Sanborn, unfortunately, I've said it before, I was hoping he was going to be Eric Kendricks to Mike Zimmer. I was hoping he was going to be that to Eberflus. It's not working out. The speed isn't there. He has the most missed tackles, I think, on our team and close to the most missed tackles in the league. He was bad in gap assignments and things like that. So to see Shamar James say, okay, I'm going to try to give you an upgrade from that player and come in and be like a bright spot on the defense that's been bad, that's not just replacing Jack Sanborn. That obviously looks like we're going to have an upgrade there. So now with Jack Sanborn relegated to a rotational role, you got Shamar James, Kenneth Murray, Damone Clark. Let's get Demo back, and we got some linebackers out there. Marius Lufau.
How many times for the next month or so are we going to say it? I was going to say earlier, I feel like Coach, I was telling Coach, I feel like they've got an absolute date circled for Demo. And did you say it was basically Thanksgiving? That's kind of out there?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking to Jimmy. Last I heard, yes. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I totally
you're the one with all that info. Then we don't.
Hey, look.
Don't act like Jimmy's got that stored.
No surprise on the last one. That's going to be me, and I had to go. I had to go with the backup.
Somebody got to shout him out. No doubt.
Obvious standout performance from Flournoy. Pretty obvious standout performance from a guy who just got really his chance with. I'm assuming he got double or triple the snaps he's had in any single game this season with Shamar James. The backup O-line down 4 starters over there. 1 sack allowed, 416 total yards for the offense, which basically means they just kept clicking. They came in averaging 406, and they got 416, and just continued to push the envelope on what the offense could do. Down 4 starters on the O-line. Really, really impressive. Nate Thomas talked about it, Brett says. Hakeem
No
Adeniji
doubt.
playing left guard. When he was he's a backup tackle, a
tackle,
seventh
yeah.
round backup tackle. They come in and to do that kind of a job, tremendous. Good news. 2 of these guys are probably coming back this week, and the other 2 within another week to 2 after that.
Yeah.
And we're still getting it done. And Javonte Williams just averaged 6.9, 7.2. It was really high this week because of the 66-yard run. And again, the one sack. What did that sack look like? Can anybody remember that sack right now?
I'm not the one to ask. I'm
no,
so
for any reason it may have happened. Anyways, Dallas Cowboys backup offensive line. Star stat of the week.
Hey, I have a question for you. So, do you know something crazy that I just realized when you said that? We have Nate Thomas, Solomon Thomas, Wanye Thomas, Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker, Tyler Guyton. Maybe we just need a Tyler Thomas next because what in the world?
Jalen Brooks, Jalen Randall Cropper, Jalen Tolbert.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the Jalen's as well. Beautiful.
we are a thing for threes, and George Pickens 3, and everything is threes. Woo! Javonte Williams is 3.
We got 2 Vontaes. A lot of teams don't have Cavante and Javonte. A lot of teams don't got that.
We need a third.
We need a third Vontae.
Threes.
Well, maybe if we make a
Okay.
trade for Vontae Davis, linebacker. Oh wait, did he retire? Where's he at? Anyway.
Right,
Our
I'll
O
see.
depth came through. Brett said, yeah, let's talk about Nate. Let's talk about all the boys. Like Coach said, Adeniji coming in and playing guard. Look, shout out to obviously those players. We have to call them out, right? But just right off the list, if we're going to, off the list, I'm sorry, let my lisp get in the way. If we're going to talk about some guys who just were right outside the list, right? Let's give these coaches some credit. Clayton Adams, Schottenheimer, Connor Riley, the offensive line coach, right?
Yeah.
Having backups prepared, having them talented and,
Right,
and
I
ready
didn't
enough
mention
to
any of
go.
them, and they're as big a part of it as
Continuity.
anything. Yeah.
Sure, right. No, the talent has to get out there and do it. But shout out to the guys who had them ready to go do it and had them marked up. No, that was beautiful. Those star stats of the week. Listen, that was a good week. Brand new. No, none of those players or members had made the list yet, so that's nice. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, no, I was debating on even saying this. You asked about Vontae Davis, right?
Yeah.
So sad news. He actually passed away April Fool's of 24. So he does.
Wow.
You did, huh? Wow.
Yes.
I remember that now.
I was wondering who he was and what he played for, so I wanted to look him up. And
Well,
then
that's
I was
because
like,
real
"Ooh."
quick, my brain was like, "Oh wait, he doesn't play, so he must have retired." I really forgot he passed. Yeah, really good player.
Rest in
Really
peace to
no
him.
doubt.
On to
Sure.
happier things.
No doubt. No, yeah, we got to listen. We have a record. Unfortunately, it's not one we might have all wanted, but it's time to spin it.
Spin the record.
2.
Yeah, I
Bump
just-
that stuff.
Oh, T Green, CD. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Not done.
No, I'm always ready to dance.
I'm
bro.
reading-
You miss me every-
I'm reading the chat. CeeDee Lamb playing or out?
Out.
Probably 70-30 out. Sam says out. That
Yes.
you already know what it is.
Yep, him and Cavante Turpin are both looking very unlikely to play as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry, I should have.
2-2-1 or 501. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Sam
Sorry.
first, but it looked like she's. You
Well,
gonna make
okay,
it?
so real quick snack break. I got dill pickle flavored beef jerky, and it had like it's really fire, but it has some. It's peppered, so I just choked on a piece of peppered, and my mouth caught on fire for a second.
That's a promo. That's a promo.
That is. Listen,
2-2-1, or as
We
I
just
said
gotta
last
find the
week,
right
we have to
business,
get
man.
back to 501.
ugh,
Whoever wants to
we
take the
did
lead.
that.
I don't know. No, wait. Are we just saying our win-loss ratio? Or are we doing our scores for the game too?
No, you're just spinning the
I
record.
got
the
you.
current 2-2-1 record. Jimmy's got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we never did give our scores for the game, but we can do it. I'm glad you said that. We didn't do it at Road to 6. We'll do it at the end of the segment. I'll spin this thing first. I think
Beef jerky,
this week
good. T Green said.
that beef. Who said that? T Green. T Green's okay. You're a funny guy. Teriyaki version. T Green got me distracted from our own damn, for lack of a better word. Excuse me. Okay, so we got a good record coming, I believe. We're gonna go above 500. Coach, I got a good one. It's a good scratch this week. No, that's a bad scratch. There we go.
No.
1-2 wins
Yeah.
in a row. I thought we're gonna beat Carolina. We're gonna beat Washington. Oh boy, this second half of this show has been all over the place. I love
Did
it.
you just say we're going to beat Carolina and Washington?
We're going to beat Carolina and Washington. Listen,
Ooh.
4-2-1 coming up soon. Now you got to remember, Jimmy was at what was it? I had 8-8-1. I was like, even with
Yeah.
the ghost of Jason Garrett gone, and no more 8-8 coach 8-8 in this building. Didn't with his 17th game. Didn't even know you could go 8-8. I thought we were gonna. I'm gonna give us one up just because I think we can win the next two guys. 9-7-1.
Oh,
Turned it up one. 9-7-1.
Back above 500. Love it.
I think I
Where
had
y'all
us
at?
at
That's where both of y'all were last week.
No, I haven't come off of 10-7 yet, or
You haven't
10-6-1. I had to fall.
Right.
I had to change to 10-6-1
right.
because we tied somebody, so I
That's
got
right.
forced to change my record. And I kind of feel like I'm still there, and I'm right on the
Mhm.
border. I'm right on the borderline of ramping it up.
Ooh.
Because, like you said, if we're gonna beat Carolina and Washington's the one. If we beat Carolina, we're basically gonna be, other than a tie that no one could expect, right where I would have anticipated if I just looked at the record 6 weeks
Sure.
ago. However, the way the two losses have gone down make me feel even more optimistic. The fact that we're the number one offense and doing it however we want to. We'll run a little wheel route to Hunter Lupke if we want to, or something real soon.
Oh, I loved watching that happen.
Love
Anyway,
watching that happen. The weapon, the weapon Brandon Aubrey on special teams. We got some ways to score points and beat
That's
you.
true. That's no doubt about that part.
I'm still 10-6-1. And honestly, I can almost give you foresight. I expect to beat Carolina. I expect to be there next week, and then it's going to get serious as we get into the middle of the season and start to get healthier and potentially better than I could have ever dreamed.
Well,
We're on the borderline right now.
I tell you what just got real serious, Sam, before you give us before you spin this record.
Mhm.
Lamb probably won't return to week 7. Y'all not beating the Cardinals this year. Dak's gonna give us the game. T Green is laughing it up. T Green is definitely a Panthers fan, y'all.
Yeah.
Dak gonna give us the game. Listen,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
us, buddy. You gonna be there?
we have to have something
He's-
for
He's giving the other team 3 interceptions that are on the books. One of them was clearly not overturned. Has he fumbled the ball? He used to fumble the ball a lot, 5-6 years ago. I remember that. Has he fumbled? Does anybody?
I do.
Is
Has
that
he
good?
fumbled Bryce Young?
No.
His
Oh.
15 touchdowns and his 3 picks and his he's second in the league, I think, by maybe 20
Yeah, no,
yards. Is that
Dak's
good?
gonna give him the game.
Okay.
Kyle said, did anybody watch the documentary on Netflix? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I think most of us did. Not the same defense we face. So listen, T
I don't
Green.
know.
Here's what's going to happen when my boys smack Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers around. You're going to find my boy Cuts by Jones at the stadium because he's going to be there. You're going to buy him a drink, and then if you do happen to get so fortunate to walk out of that stadium with a W, we might welcome you back into next week's show. All right, that's how this is going to.
And if we win, I gotta have you back on the show next week to tell us how wrong you were, because I feel like that's the manliest thing to do.
We'll serve some crow, hot,
not gonna
fresh
get sacked
crow.
5 times Sunday. 5 times.
Eat it.
Okay.
5
Mark
times.
it down. No, it's okay. It's all on record.
Dak gets sacked
Receipts,
5 times all
recorded.
season. Yeah, we got
everything lives forever on the internet.
Sam's taking notes. Listen, T Green, you can't get Sam got all your info down. She knows
Yeah,
social
I'm a girl. I will find you. I'm just kidding.
You got a special set of skills.
We're the best FBI agents. Anyway, man, you guys, I feel like I'm the serious one today because I don't know. Like, I feel like I have to give credit where credit is due. Improvement, yes. Number one, offense, yes. Defense is still working through something, so that's big slump.
Fair.
And our injury report is a little longer than I'd like to admit. It makes me worried. Knock on wood, nobody gets potentially injured in the game. I'm not brave enough to go up to 10-6 yet. I feel like I will probably stay the same at 9-7 at least until after the Commanders game, depending on how the Carolina Panthers game goes. Because if it's a sweep, kind of like the Jets, as much as I would like to count that until we play a good team, I'm sticking with my 9-7-1. I want to be on that 10-6 so bad, but every time I get my hopes up, we're not going to finish that sentence. So I'm not ready to do it yet.
No, that's really fair. Listen, I'm right there with you. Our team has to beat a couple better teams, right? Because the performance against the Jets was good, but remember, this was an 0-4 Jets, now an 0-5 Jets team. You know what I mean? So let's beat somebody with some the Carolina, who's actually had some games against some people. They got a couple wins on the record, and then see what we look like against Washington, who has a couple quality games on their record. So
Right.
yeah, I don't blame you for not changing that one too much there.
Sure.
Yep. T Green says they're protecting the bank all season, and unfortunately, buddy, y'all are going into debt.
He'll be in the suite.
Nice.
Ooh, luxury cuts. Let's go.
30-27 Panthers. Green says, I'll do you one better. I'll start this thing off with 31-20 Dallas.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
31-10 Dallas. They're not about to score.
I'm going to go in between you guys, but I'm going to go 28-17.
Like it.
Oh, no. I want to go 30-17. I feel like we'll definitely at least score 30.
See what's about how nobody can even predict us to score less than
under
30. You're going to beat so many teams doing that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Your team going to have to
Jimmy, what was your score record again?
31-20.
And yours, Landry?
31-10.
31-10? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I didn't write those down. I got too caught up in trying to think.
Sweet. So let's run that music and dance our way up out of Spin the Record as we move on.
I see you. Comments.
You know what?
Yeah,
We're
got some
doing
good
this
updates
today, T Green. Run them updates. Let's go.
Let's go.
Updates.
We do have some extremely unbelievable updates. And if you haven't quite caught what I'm saying yet, we have Papa Beebe, Cooper Beebe's dad, Tom Beebe, coming on the show next week. It's either going to be Thursday night or Friday night. We'll definitely keep you updated, but tell all your friends, tell all your family. Tom Beebe is coming on the show to talk a little Cooper return, maybe, to talk a little Beebe family history, to talk a little football. I'm going to talk a little Papa Knows Best, because they say Papa Knows Best. We're going to find out. And so it's going to be a fun, good show. Also, we've been trying really, really hard to get a double jersey raffle going. And the second, autograph that we were looking for is extremely, extremely hard to get. So we might just run a single jersey raffle coming around the bye week, but it's a really, really cool one. It's going to be fun. I won't give away any hints or anything like that on the screen just now. If you don't look at the numbers that I just put up, but it's going to be a real, real nice, cool jersey. It's going to be fun. Let me tell you what. One more last update. Not only is BB coming on the show next week, not only are we going to have a very nice jersey raffle coming up, the Star We Are is currently in the works with making a super duper cool custom Marshawn Nealon jacket unit with the entire team on it, Marshawn on it. It's going to be super cool. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to be posting that. Hopefully he's going to wear it on game day. I had just had to let that out there because I am stoked. One of our favorite players. If you haven't already, go through our catalog and go find the Marshawn Nealon interview when he was a rookie. Super cool dude. Sam and I had Landry was on the road. Sam and I had the blessing of getting to talk with him and chat with him during the show that Landry had so graciously set us up with before he took off. And so it was a really cool opportunity, a blessing. And he's a super cool kid. We played some fun games. You can go find out everything you need to know about Marshawn right there on the show. So that is the updates. Are you guys ready as I am for this 2-minute spiel by Sammy? Are y'all?
Hold on. You guys want to know something? I have 2 pages of notes written down. I had to make sure to be thorough.
2 pages in 2 minutes. Coach, when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm really. I hope y'all's cameras clear up for me. Have a little bit of network trouble right now.
2 minutes. Starting now.
Okay. So first things first. Welcome to the show. We are the Star We Are. I got to start with the intro, so I got to introduce us. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Hope you loved it. Can't wait to see you next week. Speaking of the Star We Are, we have 2 awesome people, 2 awesome discounts using the codes TSWA for Cowboy apparel, some cool Cowboys gear that's not Cowboys gear, if you catch my drift, and then some W energy drink or energy. I'm so energetic, I can't even say energy gummy. That's what you need to know, is that's what you're going to get. We had a good win versus the Jets. They are now 0-5. I kind of mixed up my order there, but I'm still spilling it all. So here we go. We got my news talking about the injury report, the Carolina Panthers, Rico Dowdle, and that's James Houston, the famous quote that I might say the rest of the season. So we'll see how many times I say that. We actually have a series record 12-5 against the Panthers. I was going to say that earlier, but I wrote it down, so I'm saying it now to add extra to it. Our offense is good. Defense got ran over. We got cooked. I don't know what I put there, so I'm just going to skip that. We have improvements coming for defense that we seen last week versus the Jets. Hopefully that get to come into play this week versus the Panthers. Shoddy has met everything he said, kept all his promises so far. He's ready to keep rolling. We love him. Love you, Shoddy. Can't wait to see what's next. We hit our halftime. I think I'm a little more than halftime. Like, subscribe, follow us, turn on your noties. Always fan responsibly. Ryan Thornley was my star stat of the week. Samar James was Jimmy's. The backup O-line was Landry's, well-deserved. All the Thomases, everybody's. Spin the records. Jimmy has us at 9-7-1. I have us at 9-7-1. Landry has us at a great 10-6-1, hoping better than potentially ever dreamed at 11-5-1. The BB's next week. Tom BB, Papa BB, gonna spill the beans on everything about football, about him, and about everything. And double jersey raffle. Marshawn Nealon's girlfriend jacket coming up soon. Let's go.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
fun,
2 minutes
so
cool.
good. I love it.
Woo!
Yes, this is one of my favorites, man.
With
2
the
minutes. Cool.
extra
You never know
speed.
what's going to happen. If you're going to get a timeout called on you, if you're going to have to lose possession of the 2-minute spiel, if you're just going to have to run through it, if the clock's going to beat you, if you're going to run out of time, if you're going to get the kickoff. So good. Speaking of
35
I feel
seconds
like
left.
that was a lot faster than I remember because I was behind.
I was losing it. I'm glad I was off screen because I was over here cackling and cheesing.
T-Grid's going crazy in the chat.
Who is he?
Moment
I'm about to
6
come and look.
incoming.
Let me see.
Listen,
Love
T
you.
Green's got everybody hot. He got cuts going at him. He's got bread going at him. Listen, all we can say is it's all friends and family around here. Let them boys leave it out on the field. We're going to see who wins this game. Just know this, Green. My quarterback is better than yours, bro, and that's a
doubt.
promise.
That's a fact.
But again, that doesn't always equal to a win, so we shall see. We're rooting for it. That was a really good show. I enjoyed it. That was fun. So
That was fun.
I'm going to go ahead and remind everybody to always fan responsibly. And then before we get out of here, the three of us got to remind everybody who that is. That's
James Houston.
Come on, that's James
That's
Houston,
James
Sammy.
Yeah.
That's James Houston.
I was like, what am I missing here? That's James Houston.
All right.
I got you.
Peace, y'all.
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is the Star We Are.